They don't go together. They don't go together. Because, in the Bible, a married woman shouldn't be, snooping around with another guy because she's married. So she has to be faithful and loyal to her husband. So everything that I'm doing now, I'm breaking the rules. I'm breaking the rules, like sex after marriage and stuff. I'm breaking all those rules. Me doing this is breaking the rules, but I always pray and ask for forgiveness. Like, God, you gotta understand, I'm broke. You gotta understand. This is the only way that I can get like fast money. My real name is Itumeleng, which means be happy. Itumeleng means be happy, and then as for JD, it's Jayden normally. It's Jayden, but then because of the music that I'm doing, I just decided to change it to JD as a name for my music, like performance name. Yeah. Jayden, I think it means something like, it has to do with God, but it has to do with God. It's something like God be with you or something. Yeah, that's JD. Yeah. My childhood wasn't that bad. It was good, but like financially we weren't that stable. But at least we had each other as a family. So whatever happened, it happened to us as a family. So we didn't show other people like out there who was like our neighbors or people around us that we were maybe struggling financially. We would just live smiling a lot, and we would be playing a lot with other kids. So we didn't have problems with other kids. The only problem that we had was like financial, because we as kids, we wanted to live a certain life, but we couldn't because of our financial state. So we had to live the way we were living at home and adapt to the lifestyle that we had. So it was normal. It was normal for us. Nah, it wasn't like poverty. Like, in the Bible, there's this verse that says, I don't know the verse, but 7 days of hunger, and then 7 days of hungry, getting food for 7 days, and then the other 7 days is hunger. It was like that. Sometimes we would have money, and sometimes we don't. So it was just normal. But we lived through that life, so we have seen it. And sometimes, like some other day, it didn't even affect us, even though we didn't have food and stuff. But we still lived. It didn't even show the outside world how poor we were or anything. It was just normal. I really can't remember, because I was coming from school when my dad passed away. As soon as I get home, I was doing week 2, I think. When I get home, I just heard the news that my father passed away. So as a kid, you don't even take those things into consideration, which is like. So the following year, so just your mother passed away. It's like, cool. So because of my great grandmother was always there. She filled that gap. Maybe, she filled the gap, because if it wasn't for her, maybe I was gonna, do bad things, maybe do drugs, end up doing, stupid things. But because she acted as my mother and father at the same time, she filled the void that was in my heart. So that's why I never did anything that I thought maybe I was gonna do. Because I was worried, Nico. I was worried, like, Jesus, what would happen if you come across something like this? But if you need this much money, or if you're desperate, or if you need money, then you don't know where to get the money, or no one wants to give you money. But what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go and rob people or what? I was worried. But because of my family, they kept me humble. So they taught me to learn the situations where if you don't have money, then you don't. You understand? If you have money, then you have money. If we don't have money and you want money, and we don't have money, we don't. If we could, we can go somewhere and then ask someone to borrow us money to give you. But if you can't, then we can't. Then you have to accept. Yeah, the aunt I was living with at my great grandmother's house, she has a kid. The kid do drugs and stuff. So the guy always stole my gadgets, like my laptops, cell phones, and so my things. So there was this one time when we were in a fight and stuff, and then the guy stabbed me in my head, and then I almost stabbed him too, but my uncle, intervened and then took out the knife from my hand, and then I went to the police station and then tried to open a case. But the aunt didn't believe when we told her that the guy stabbed me. She could see blood running on my head, but she didn't do anything. So everything that happens, it will either be my fault or my other cousin's fault. Instead, but her son wouldn't be like the main problem, or she wouldn't even think that he did that or he stole that. So I would always be angry over that, because she would satisfy his son more than us. So his son will always have the best clothes, the best cell phones, the best everything. But for us, we'll get like maybe his sloppy seconds, maybe we'll get his t-shirts, maybe his t-shirt will come to me, maybe, or his jeans or anything. Like they wouldn't go and buy things for me. They will just give me his stuff until I learn how to buy my own stuff. That's when I will go to the store and buy my jeans and stuff. And then when that happened, she started being jealous, but still shows that she loves me, but in a jealous way. She would tell me, like, if you buy something, buy this for him as well, and then buy for his other cousins as well. And I would do that, but at some point it hurts, because I never had those things that I wanted to buy. If I want to buy this, she will tell me that this is expensive, just buy a cheaper one. But where else his son gets the most expensive stuff. So that as well really messed me up, really bad. I really love her, honestly. That's the thing. I can't hate her for some reason. I want to hate her, but I can't, because she's been there. Just that she's been there, like, physically, but not financially. If I need a shoulder to cry on, she'll be there. But if I want something for church, or if I want to buy something, then she wouldn't give me money. And for that, I think maybe she was trying to teach me something. I don't know. But now I know what to do with money, because back then I didn't know what to do with it. I would just waste money. Every money that I have, like $20, I would just, maybe I had like $50, I would buy alcohol with it, and not buy like chips maybe, or buy airtime or data or anything. I wouldn't do that, or save even. I didn't even save. Yeah. It's like relationship stuff. I was in a relationship with this girl for like 3 years, and then we dated for like those 3 years, and then like the third year things started going sideways, and then our relationship was falling apart, and I almost killed myself like twice. At first I drank some pills and I had to go to the hospital so that they can drain all those pills out. The second time I caught myself here. I almost died as well, but now it was before we broke up, because I would get angry at her, and then, but before getting angry, I would talk to her, and then she wouldn't like listen to me, or maybe pay attention to what I'm saying and stuff. So I would get those suicidal thoughts, but I would just cut them off, just take them out of my mind, or just go and drink, and then go home. So as soon as we broke up, immediately when we broke up, that's when I started putting them into actions and started doing them. Because she had an ex-boyfriend, and then they were plotting to get back together, and then I was holding the phone and I found the messages, and then I asked her about the messages, and then she lied, and then I just let everything slide, and then I saw them again in town. I was in town with my friends. We were about to go to the clubs and stuff, and then we were in Mimosa Mall, and then that's when I saw them in New York Cafe. It was just there, chilling there, ordering steaks and stuff. I was so hurt. I even wanted to cry, but I just couldn't, because my friends were around. So I just acted like tough and all. Honestly, I didn't know how to cope without her. That's the thing, because we used to do everything together. Every day we would meet every day. Like normally, before I go to school, I would go to her place, meet her, and then go to school. After school, go to her place, go to my place, change, and then go back to her place. I'll leave at her place around 9 at night, and then go to my place, sleep, bath maybe before sleeping, and then go back to her place the following day in the morning. So we'll do everything together. So after we broke up, I just didn't know what to do with my life anymore. Honestly, I didn't believe in those things before, because I started going to church in 2015. That's when I started going to church. Before then, I didn't believe in all that. But then I started going to church 2015, because like most of my friends were going to church. So I was always curious, what is it they see in church that I want to see? So I started going to church as well, to see or to learn things that they learn. Because every time when we talk, they will just bring Jesus up out of the blue, talking about Jesus and stuff. And I would get angry, like, hey, what's wrong with this Jesus? Then I started going to church, and then this priest, when he was preaching, it was my first time going to church. And then this priest was preaching, and like, on that moment, I felt like he was talking about me and stuff. And then that's when I started like, let me just give the church a chance. And I started going to church, and I came across a lot of things. Like, I almost got killed many times. And then after that, that's when I was like, nah, maybe Jesus is looking out for me. So let me just start believing in him. And that's when I started believing in church. Then I started joining these guilds, started joining St. Francis Guild. I'm a server now, I'm in a St. Francis Guild. There's this other guild, it's called GBFS, it's Girls and Boys Society. I forgot this last name. Yeah, then I started joining that, and then now I was about to go to be a lay minister. It's more like a priest, but we are below priest. Yeah, I wanted to join that as well, but I can't because it's full of old people. So I just decided to stick within my age group. So yeah, they don't go together. They don't go together because in the Bible, a married woman shouldn't be snooping around with another guy because she's married. So she has to be faithful and loyal to her husband. So everything that I'm doing now, I'm breaking the rules. I'm breaking the rules, like sex after marriage and stuff. I'm breaking all those rules. Me doing this is breaking the rules, but I always pray and ask for forgiveness. Like, God, you gotta understand, I'm broke. You gotta understand. This is the only way that I can get like fast money. Right now, I'm a producer and I'm a songwriter. And I'm doing this ad thing. I forgot the website. It's AADS Africa. I think it's that. Yeah, that I'm into that as well. Honestly, I didn't even know the website existed because, like, my friends they always talk about it, but I wasn't like maybe curious about it at first. And then there was this one time. It was like on Saturday, maybe around 6 late afternoon. And then one of my friends, he was like, "Hey man, I have a client." I was like, "What client at this time, dog?" And he said, "Nah, I'll tell you when I get back." And then he went for like 2 hours, and then when he came back, he had money. "Hey man, where did you get that money so fast?" And I was like, "No, bro." And then this when he told me about this website, and then he told me how it works, and I was like, "No, I gotta get into this. I need that money as well." So that's how I came to be in that website. Yeah, the thing is, some people in that website, I've seen some post naked pictures and stuff. I don't do that. This is the thing, I don't do that. I just write whatever I want to write. Maybe like big dig you'll never have in your life, something like that. Something catchy so that they can call me. And then after that, they'll text me in WhatsApp, and then they'll ask me to show them my dig. That's when they'll see it. Yeah. And they'll send their nudes as well. And then maybe I'll see like, this one is old. And then okay. They contact you for like to have sex with you basically. And then you set up your prices. Maybe they'll text you and then they ask you how much for like an hour, and then you'll tell them like 200 an hour. They'll tell you, okay, no, fine, let's meet at this place, and then you go there, you have sex with them, and then after that, they give you your money, then you leave. Okay, well, because I'm cute as I am, I've been getting male clients and female clients, but because I'm straight, so I can't do the nasties and stuff with the male clients, so I always reject them. And then the female clients, yeah, I get them a lot. So they'll text you, and then they ask you about the prices and stuff. So they'll tell you what they want in that hour. Maybe they'll tell you, "Man, I want you to do this. Maybe I want you to be sexually active. Maybe push me against the wall. Do this. Lift my dress up, or choke me if you have to." They'll ask you those type of questions, and then they ask you if you like those things, maybe. And then if you do, then they'll tell you, "I want you to do that to me." And then they'll ask if you like anal sex and stuff. They ask you all these nasty things. So if you don't want to do those things, you just tell them, nah, I'm not into that. And some of them understand, but some of them, if you don't want to do that, then they cancel you. They don't want to go with you anymore. I've had like 5 wives, and then mostly it's been black. Yeah, but the wives that I get are older, way too older than I am, way too old, like 54 and stuff. I get those clients. Yeah, and then as for blacks, then I get my age group, or maybe they'll be 2 years older than me or something, or 5 years older than me. That they never cross 30 or be above 30. The whites, all of the whites are married, but as for blacks, a few are married, and the rest are in a relationship. Because I do ask them, are you in a relationship? And they'll tell me like, yeah. And then I'll ask them, then what is your husband saying about this? Or what is your boyfriend saying about this? Then they'll tell me, nah, they don't know. I'm just doing this for fun. Like, okay. So we keep everything confidential. We don't say anything, even if maybe I come across someone that I know, but I haven't come across something that I know. But I'm just saying, if I come across someone that I know, and then we're having a good time, I can't say anything, or even give signs that we have done the nasties or something. We just have to act normal. I think 3 of them have fallen in love with me, and then 3 of them, because this one, she asked me if I had a girlfriend. I told her yeah. And then she asked me if I mind if she be like my second wheel or something. And I was like, I don't mind as long as you pay, then I don't mind. But then we ended things, and then she started texting me, getting all obsessed and stuff. But well, now she's fine. She just texts me whenever she wants me to have sex with her, and then that's it. These 2, they're still, poking me and stuff. And I once came across this one was so obsessed that she went on Facebook and started looking for me, and then she found me, and then she, took a screenshot of my profile, and she sent me the thing, the screenshot that she took, and then she told me that if I didn't, satisfy her or be in a relationship with her, then she was gonna post on my timeline everything that we did, and then I was forced to tell my girlfriend about that, but I didn't. I just acted like she was bluffing. I was like, "No, you bluffing. You wouldn't do that." And then she never did, but she still texts me whenever she wants sex. I don't know, it just happened. Whenever I go to my clients, I know it's just business. I don't take it personally. So we would just have sex, even if the sex is good, way too good than my girlfriend's. But I wouldn't go for them because the sex doesn't mean that much to me. I'm all about we should like connect. Me and you, like spiritually, we should get to know each other more than sex and stuff. With my girlfriend, she understands me. Even if I'm angry at her right now, but I'm not saying anything, she would notice. So these other girls, I don't think they'll notice that. Or maybe my background or my situation, like my home situation. My girlfriend understands everything there, and then she accepts it. So I don't think they'll accept the situation. So that's why I don't, be too attached with them or get too attached or make it personal. It's just business. About the website. No, she does know about it, but she doesn't know I'm in it. Yeah, she knows about it, but she doesn't know. Because as soon as my friend told me about it, I told her about it, and then I told her that I was going to make money out of it, and then she was like, no, it's okay, but if you go for it, then I'm also going to go for it. And I was like, nah, let's just leave it. And then I did it behind her back, so she doesn't know I'm in it. And I tend to keep it that way. She doesn't have to know about it, because as soon as she knows, she's going to want to go and do the things as well. That's how she is. She want to do the things that I do. Okay, well, the weirdest, it was with the white woman. Yeah, and then while we were having sex and stuff, and then we were doing like the normal stuff, like missionary doggies and stuff. And then I don't know what happened with her. She asked me to choke her, and I did. And then she opened her mouth and then took out her tongue, and then she asked me to spit in her mouth. And then I couldn't. I was just like this, looking at her, because I wasn't sure if I should do it or not. And then she started swearing, and I did. A loogie, a big ass loogie. I did that. Then after that, I was so, I don't know. It didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. And then she like after some few weeks, she texted me again, and then I blocked her because because I have a girlfriend. So I don't want to, be addicted to these things and then go do them to my girlfriend. I don't want that. I just want to do sex normally. But if you want it rough, then I'll do it with you rough. But don't do these extra things like me spitting in your mouth and stuff. I'm not into that. I'm really not into that. But I was lucky this one time. This black girl I was with, she lives in universities, and then she asked me to come over to her place, and then I did, and then we started having sex and stuff. And then when we are done, she gave me my money, and as I was about to go out the gate, as I was about to leave, the car parked, and then I left, and then the following day she texted me and she told me that it was a boyfriend. And I was like, nah, we shouldn't be doing this again. If you want us to do this, then we have to go and find a guest house or something. You can't risk it like that. And then there was recently, I think it was Wednesday, this girl, she's a white woman, she's 48. She texted me and then she told me her husband was out on the trip, and then she asked me to come over, and I told her, nah, we can't. You really can't, because now I have rules now. I don't have sex in your own apartment. You have to do it like somewhere whereby I don't want people to see, or someone close to you to see us, or to see me walking in that house. Because believe it or not, you're gonna tell your husband, then your husband he's gonna ask questions, and I don't want you to lie to your husband. It'll be better if we go somewhere else and then we have sex there, and then after that we know you just go to your place and I go to my place. So now with all my clients, whenever they want to have a good time with me, I just tell them right there on the spot that if you want to have a good time with me, then you have to book a guest house. We'll go to a guest house. If you don't know the cheaper ones, I know the cheaper ones. I'll show you, or I'll give you directions, or I'll give you the names of the guest house. You'll just go there and I'll find you there. They pay for everything. My purpose is just to go there and have sex and get paid and leave. They book, because there was this one woman who, like, she paid for the guest house, and then she gave the guy the key, and then he told me the room we were supposed to be in, and as soon as I got there, I told the guy the room I was supposed to be in, and then the guy gave me the key. As soon as I got in the room, she was there naked already waiting for me. So I dressed, have sex, and then she paid me and I left. And we can't, I don't know why, but they don't want us to go, like, to leave together, at the same time. So I'd leave first, and then after some few times she'll leave. I believe a guy should date one woman. I believe that, but I also have doubts that it's not going to be easy for that, because as soon as you make a simple mistake, your girl's going to go and run out with some other guy maybe or something. So I want to, let me make an example with my relationship. I like to believe that I'm alone. I'm the only guy, but I know I'm not. I just have that feeling that I'm not. So I don't want to, bring it up because it upsets her. So I don't bring it up, but I believe that I'm not the only one. And as for sex, we don't invite people. You just ask. We just ask when we have sex. Just ask. And as for my clients, they don't affect anything. If I have, like, maybe I was about to meet with my girl, and then one of my clients called me over, I just tell my girlfriend that, babe, we just can't meet today. And I'll come up with an excuse. Maybe I'm going to church, or I'm going to do this. And then she understands, and I go. With my family, they don't know what I'm doing. They just know that I'm getting money somewhere. Because normally on Monday until Thursday, there's a woman, she asked me to help her out with these extra classes to teach maths, Afrikaans, and English. So they think I'm getting paid from there. And then, well, I'm not. I do get paid there, but there's the air thing is to generate some extra cash. Yeah, well, I do enjoy it, honestly. I do enjoy it, but I'm not planning to be here for a really long time, because the main reason why I wanted to do this is for money, but that's not all. Because I'm a producer, there are a lot of equipment that I still need. So I came in there so that I can generate more money to buy certain equipment that I need, and then after that I was planning to leave. But now I still have, maybe I'm still going to be here for like 2 to 3 months before I could cover everything. Then after that, when I'm done with it, I might leave. I just don't know. I don't know, because we are pushing December now, so I'm still going to need money for that, because now the schools are closing, so I'm not going to go back to that extra classes and things. So I'm not going to get money from that, so I'll have to generate money some other way. So I was planning to stick with this until next year maybe. Yeah, I've learned, and more especially about the old ones. I've learned that, not really the old ones, but all of them. I've learned, and more especially one in a relationship, I've learned that women, they don't get satisfied. I don't know why, but like you have a husband, you have kids, then why are you still doing outside? Why do you want to have sex with other guys? Why you still have a husband, you have kids, you have a happy home? Why do you have to do that? And I would ask him sometimes, why do you do that? And then this is why one woman told me that my dick is 2 times bigger than her husband's. And I was like, why would you say that about your husband? It simply shows that you don't respect him as a man. So that's what I've learned. Now it teases me that whenever I get married, I shouldn't trust my wife. She might be doing the same thing. So I'm not going to trust my wife that easily. Maybe I might trust her as time goes by, but I wouldn't trust her that easily. So I've learned that about women, that they don't get satisfied. Even if you try by all means to give her money, the best sex maybe for you is the best, but for them it's nothing. And then they'll go outside still to look for like larger ones or bigger ones. I don't think size matter. The job, if you know how to do your job, then you're good. Because I've come across women who told me that my dick is smaller, but they moan a lot. They even sweat. So that's what I've learned. Like, size doesn't matter. As long as you know how to do your job, then it's all good. If I know, like, I have a client around 2 o'clock, I just go to the store. There's these pills that I buy. I buy those pills and I drink maheu, maybe eat green salads, buy peanuts, and then I go. Yeah, and when I go, I'll last more than 2 hours. After that, I could take like 5 hours, like one round. I could take 5 hours, but it hurts. It hurts a lot because your dick, it hurts. Maybe she might be wet for like some time, and then while you guys are having sex, she gets dry, and then your dick gets hurt. So you have to have an extra lubricant or something, just to make her wait or something, so that you cannot get hurt. Yeah, well, those pills, they have like percentages. They're like 100%, others are 50%. You know, so before I knew they differ, I would buy any pill that I see. So I would buy like 100% pill, and I would last 5 hours. And then my friend told me like, nah, those pills doesn't work like that. You should check, like they have percentages. If you want to last for like 2 to 3 hours, take the 50% one. Then I take that one. So even if my client booked me for like 2 hours, I'd go for 3 hours. But she wouldn't pay for this hour, because it's my hour that I wanna orgasm, you know. So it's like a free hour, and then she'll only pay me for these 2 hours. Yeah, I do like once a month. I just go in and I test my blood for like HIV positive, because by then I would be with my girlfriend, and she would do the whole body examination, and then she would prefer that I do the same thing. So I do it. And ever since I've done this, I've never like been infected with anything. You know, I'll always make sure that I'm always safe. That's why certain things I don't do, like anal sex. Not that I'll get sick of it, but I just don't like it. I don't know. I just don't. It's not my thing. Because as soon as I do anal sex, then who knows? Maybe after a few weeks, I'll even have sex with males after that. So I don't. It's not my vibe. I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't. Or maybe they might come across a client, maybe who's HIV positive, and then the client might convince them, I'll give you 500 for this hour, and then let's not use condoms. Because it's 500, you broke. You're gonna wanna do it as she said, and then you do it, and then you end up being HIV positive. So I will only recommend this to people who knows how to take care of themselves. if you know how to take care of yourself or how to practice safe sex, then you can go for it. The elders will always teach us that it's not a good idea to have sex with old people. I never understood why. Even now, I still don't understand why. But they say something about, I don't know, like kidneys. That they'll finish your kidneys or something. They say something about that. So I wouldn't recommend them because, we as black people, we love money. So as soon as you get a little taste of it, you're gonna want to do it every time. So you're gonna get like older clients, and you're gonna stick to those older clients because you're getting money. So you will never understand the danger that the situation might put you in. So maybe even me, because I love money as well. The thing is, I'm smart, so I do things for a certain period and I leave them. I don't do them like regularly because I know too much good things are bad, I would say. So I don't do good things regularly. I should maybe try to switch it up and do something else. Well, the happiest moment in my life, spending time with my grandmother or with my great grandmother has been the most happiest days actually, or years in my life. And then we would have sessions with my grandmother where we would sit at night, we'll just sit there and we'll talk. She'll tell me about her childhood, and then she'll tell me how her childhood differs from ours and stuff like that. And that alone would fulfill me, at least I have that communication with my grandmother, because I don't think some other kids nowadays they do that with their grandmothers. I don't think they do. And then my grandmother always wanted what's best for me. She would tell me that go to school, do this, listen to your teachers. So when she passed away, I was doing matric when she passed away. It was around June, I think, when she passed away. And then from June, I made sure that I was going to pass with distinction, and I did that just for her. And then after I received my certificate, I was crying. And I was like, I wish she was here to see what I've achieved. And then that really pushed me to go to varsity, and I did. And I passed still at varsity, and I so cried. I wish she was here to see what I've achieved. So everything that I do, either bad or good, I just think about it, and then I just get happy. I just become happy automatically. I don't have to force it. Every time I think about it, I become happy. When she passed away, it really broke me, because when she passed away, I was with my girlfriend, and my cousin came to me running, and then I was at my girlfriend's place. We were just sitting watching TV, and then my cousin came running. She started crying and telling me that my great grandma passed away, and then I couldn't cry then, but as soon as I got home and as soon as I saw her, that's when I started crying. And it's been difficult ever since. It really hurt for 2 to 3 years. Because I would cry a lot. And when I'm outside, I would pretend as if I'm okay, whereas I'm not. And after my great grandmother died, I would go to her grave and just sit there the whole day and start crying, asking God why he had to take my great grandmother away, because she was the one who would look after me and stuff. But after that happened, I would cry a lot. And I even started joining these gangs and stuff. I really wanted to, so that I could at least steal things that I couldn't, because I had this conscience that was in my life. So that's why I decided after that I'll just live my life the way it is. If something good happens, then it happens. If something bad happens, then it happens. But I'll never sabotage my life by doing the wrong things just to get where I want to be. Yeah. Smoking, it's my only regret. I feel like at some point I feel like, nah, why did I even start smoking? Because now it's difficult for me to quit smoking. Because way before I started smoking, I could sing. But now I can't, because it messed up my vocal cords. Now I can rap, not sing. So I want to go back to that state where I could sing. I really want to sing. I want to go back to the state. So my only regret is smoking. Well, I started this music industry when I was, I think, in grade 9 with my friend TSI. Shout out to him. We started doing that music, and then, but back then we were just beginners, we didn't know anything about music, so we would go online and download beats and then record on those beats. And then we recorded like 2 songs. The first song we were just testing ourselves, and then our producer told us that the song is nice, but because it had a hook on it, you couldn't really like balance our vocals with the hook's vocals. And then he told us next time when we download the beat, we should at least download a beat with no vocals. And then we did, and then we got about 4,000 downloads in 2 weeks, I think, for that song only. And then we became popular, And then we started performing in like small places, and then so because of the fame, we stopped doing the music. We was just enjoying that moment whereby people, the girls, all the honest and stuff. So we stopped. And then 2017, I texted him and told him, I should get back to music, bro. And then he was like, not yet, I'm busy with schoolwork. I was like, okay. And then 2018, after my matric, in December, after writing my matric, I bought a new laptop. I bought a new laptop for school, actually. And then I my friend gave me this 40 loop where I can make my own beats. And I started making my own beats. But back then I was horrible. I was so horrible. So I started going to YouTube videos, watching YouTube videos to see how they make beats, certain genres, R&B and stuff. So I started learning from there. And then I started recording myself when was it? 2021. That's when I started recording myself. And that's when I started recording alone. I started recording alone. I was all by myself. I would record, master my vocals, make my own beats. I would do everything by myself. Yeah. Oh, and the singing part, I used to sing when I was in grade 9. That was way before I started smoking. I could sing in church. I would sing, but now I really can't. I can still sing, but my voice is a bit squeaky sometimes. So maybe I should get drunk before singing or something. I don't know, but I need something to just fix my voice for that moment. Then I'll be okay. Music. I just want to do my music. That's it. My dream for the future is just like collaborating with other artists, because I've tried with these other local artists, offering them my beats, and I'll tell them, now I want to offer you my beat. You don't have to buy it. I'm giving it to you. Just use it, LNG. But they will refuse, maybe, or maybe they think I want to give some recognition through them or something. And I told them I'll make it either way. I'm still going to make it. I'm just helping you out for your career. And then they never believed maybe I would get it far. Until there's this group, I think they are from out of like states, United States. What's this guy's name? Blind Fury or something. He had a live video on Facebook, and then he mentioned me on that Facebook. For my beats only, because I would post beats on that. And then he mentioned me, and then he was giving like shout outs to the producers for his new album. He was giving shout outs to the producer, those who worked with him and those who didn't, and those he liked. And then he started mentioning me on that. And then I made a screenshot of that moment where he was talking about me, those subtitles, just posted, and then showed them these other artists what I told them that I would do. So now I'm getting more better and better with this music stuff, but they still don't believe that I'll go further than that. So I'm just quiet and trying to show them that I will reach where I will go to where I want to go. I will reach that level that I want to reach. I will still reach it. Honestly, I'm still trying to find that. Because at first I thought maybe it was for me to become a priest, because I was so into Bible. I would read Bibles and stuff, and maybe trying to explain certain verses to other people. But then I realized, this is not it. Because I even thought of starting theology at UOs, and I did for like a year. And then I felt like, this is not it. And I started singing in church, and I still felt like this is not it. And then from there, stuck in my music. But I feel like at some point I want to make a hip hop song whereby like I include all the verses that I know, maybe talk about God, like spread the word through the music like that. So I was planning to do that, but I still can't like figure out which verses to use, So I'm still holding on this like the normal music that I've been making, and those music that I've been making, I sway a lot. And then my family always tell me, cut it, stop swaying this much, man. You can sway like 2 times on this first verse, maybe 1 time on the last verse. But at some point, sometimes when I write, and then I get angry for some reason. Maybe on this verse, I was talking about someone who made me angry, and then I get angry, then I'll put like a bitch or fuck or something, and I'll just with them. And then from there, yes. Fuck, like that, Every line is like fuck, every line is fuck or bitch or something. So now I'm still learning to, to minimize, to decrease the level of me swearing on my music. So I'm still trying to get there. Like now, my music that I've been writing now, I haven't released them yet, I'm still writing. I'm trying as much as I can not to put even one swear word. It should be clean. Because I wanted to submit my song to Clientele FM, and then they told me that it's not radio friendly. That's what they said. It's not radio friendly because of the language and stuff. So they told me to either to cut the vulgars out or to give them a new song whereby I didn't swear at all. Okay, I'm gonna give a shout out to the people that I told that was coming here, which is my cousin. Yeah, my 2 cousins and my friends, my church base, because I told them I had an interview. They don't know what kind of interview is it. Maybe some of them thought maybe it's a work interview, maybe. Yeah, but those who knows, I'll only show this video to those who know that I'm into this website, those who recommended it for me. So I'll only show them. But other than that, I'm okay. Even my mom, my aunt, she heard that I was having an interview. She was like, at this time, where are you going at this time? Interview? Like I was like, I'm having an interview. Oh, okay. Now you gotta be presentable. Change. Wear this. Yeah, nah, it's not that kind of interview. It's not kind of interview. It's just an interview for my music. That's what I said. It's for my music. So, and she was like, no, cool.